In this video, we're diving into the top 10 subtle signs that she's fantasizing about you. If you've been wondering if that special someone is giving you more than friendly vibes, these cues might just give you the answer. Watch to the end to catch all the signs. And if you're enjoying content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for daily videos and more insights into relationships, psychology, and the art of attraction. Let's get started. Number 1, she passionately stares at you. The power of eye contact and attraction. Eye contact has long been, she passionately stares at you, considered one of the most powerful forms of non-verbal communication, especially when it comes to attraction. Passionate staring isn't just glancing or looking politely. It's intentional, intense, and filled with meaning. Humans are naturally inclined to use eye contact to connect with others. But when someone has romantic feelings or is attracted to someone, their gaze can take on a deeper, more intimate quality. Passionate eye contact can say, "I see you, I'm interested," and even "I'm intrigued," all without a single word being spoken. Signs of passionate staring. Passionate staring is generally subtle, making it a classic sign of attraction. Here are some common signs to look for. Lingering. Looks when she holds her gaze a bit longer than necessary. Even just a few seconds longer than usual, it can signal attraction. People often gaze longer at things or people they find captivating. So if her eyes stay on you, she's likely drawn in by something about you. Quickly looking away. Sometimes people feel vulnerable or self-conscious about their feelings, so they may look away when caught staring. If she's looking at you and quickly averts her gaze when you notice, it might be because she's aware of her attraction and feels shy or embarrassed. Pupil dilation. This is one of the body's automatic responses to attraction. When we see something we like or feel excited about, our pupils often dilate, which is a natural response that people can't consciously control. If her pupils are larger than normal, when she looks at you, it's likely that her interest is piqued, soft, or relaxed eyes. Another subtle sign is if her eyes seem softer or more relaxed when she looks at you. This softening effect often happens when people are admiring someone or feel comfortable with them. Occasional sneaking glances when someone fantasizes about you. They may look at you frequently, even if they try to be discreet. If she sneaks, glances at you across the room, or tries to catch your eye repeatedly, her interest might be more than friendly. Why she's staring. Staring passionately often comes from genuine attraction and curiosity. If she's fantasizing about you, she's likely imagining what it would be like to be closer to you emotionally or physically. She might be trying to assess your feelings for her by looking at you more deeply. People often use eye contact to create a sense of closeness and to communicate interest, especially if they aren't ready to say it aloud. How to respond. If you notice her staring and you're interested, don't be afraid to hold her gaze and smile. This shows that you're open to her attention and reciprocating her interest. If you're unsure about how you feel or want to know more, you can also try subtly observing her reactions to other people. Does she look at others the same way, or are her gazes uniquely focused on you? Number 2, she's constantly touching you. The meaning of physical contact. And she's constantly touching you. Attraction. Physical touch is a significant indicator of attraction because it's a way of connecting that goes beyond verbal communication. Touch communicates warmth, safety, and closeness, which are often signs that someone feels comfortable with you and is interested in getting closer to. H is an essential part of human connection, and it can serve as a powerful tool to convey unspoken feelings. When someone touches you frequently or in a lingering way, it's usually a strong hint of interest. Different types of touch and their meanings. Light, casual touches. When she touches your arm, shoulder, or hand casually, these touches are often intended to feel natural and relaxed, but they also create a moment of connection. These light touches may come off as casual or friendly, but they often signal a deeper desire for closeness. Playful touches. If she touches you playfully, like giving a gentle shove during a joke or playfully nudging you, she's creating a physical bond under the guise of humor. This kind of touch is light-hearted and often means she's comfortable with you and wants to explore the boundaries of physical closeness. Touching your hands, or fingers touching hands, or fingers can be more intimate as it's closer to a romantic gesture than a playful one. If she holds your hand for a moment while passing something to you, brushes her fingers over yours, or makes contact with your hand, it's a sign that she may be interested in moving beyond friendship, resting a hand on your shoulder or back. This type of touch can feel supportive, protective, and even romantic. If she places a hand on your back or shoulder while speaking to you, it indicates comfort and trust. She feels at ease around you, which can be a strong sign that she's open to a deeper connection. Understanding her intentions when someone constantly touches you. It's not always just an innocent gesture. People often touch those they're drawn to as it gives them a sense of connection and closeness. Touch is a way for her to subtly communicate that she likes you, even if she hasn't yet expressed her feelings directly. Physical contact can also be a way of testing the waters, seeing how you respond to her touch is engaging. If you're open to her affection, each touch is a small personal bridge between you both, a way for her to establish closeness and familiarity. How to interpret her touches in context. Consider how she interacts with others. Does she touch everyone as much as she touches you? Or are her gestures directed specifically toward you? If her touches seem unique to your interactions, it's a strong signal that you hold a special place in her attention. Likewise, think about her body language. If she's leaning into you, making eye contact, or smiling while touching you, these are all signs that her feelings may go beyond friendship. How to respond to her. Frequent compliments, touches. If you're interested in her as well, reciprocate her touches subtly and pay attention to how she responds, gently touching her arm in return or holding her hand. If the moment feels right, can be ways of showing that you're open to her. If you're uncertain, you can simply enjoy the connection and observe her reactions. Her touches may become more frequent or linger longer if she feels encouraged by your responses. Number 3, frequent compliments. Compliments are one of the most straightforward ways to express interest, appreciation, and admiration. However, when someone is attracted to you or fantasizing about being with you, these compliments take on a deeper meaning and frequency. Let's unpack the psychology behind frequent compliments and what they might reveal about her. Feelings. The psychology behind compliments. Compliments are a social tool that people use to build rapport, connect on an emotional level, and show recognition of another person's value. When someone gives frequent compliments, it's a signal that they're not just observing you passively, they're actively looking for ways to engage with you positively and show that they're invested in making you feel good about yourself. People tend to compliment the things they appreciate most, so if a woman is interested, she'll likely notice details that go beyond the superficial. For instance, rather than just saying you look nice today, she might say, I really like how you styled your hair. It really brings out your eyes. This shows that she's paying attention to specifics about you, which means you're occupying a meaningful place in her thoughts. Compliments as a sign of attraction. There's a reason why a woman who's interested in you might go out of her way to compliment you. Compliments make the recipient feel positive emotions, and people are naturally drawn to those who make them feel good. If she compliments you often, it's likely she wants you to feel positively toward her in return. Here are a few ways to interpret her frequent compliments. She values your unique traits if she's frequently commenting on your talents, skills, or personality traits. She's likely more interested than she might openly admit. Compliments like, I admire how calm you are under pressure, or you have a great sense of humor, show she's attracted to qualities that go beyond surface appearances. These types of compliments suggest she's been observing you closely and respects or admires your character. She's boosting your confidence around her. Compliments are a way to make someone feel comfortable and confident. By frequently complimenting you, she might be attempting to boost your confidence, making interactions between the two of you smoother and more enjoyable. This tactic also suggests she's hoping to create a positive association whenever you're together. She's creating emotional reciprocity. Compliments often inspire a feeling of warmth or attraction in the recipient. If she compliments you frequently, she might be subconsciously or even consciously trying to deepen an emotional connection. Compliments create a sense of warmth and familiarity, and by building this emotional rapport, she's hoping you'll reciprocate those feelings. Compliments about appearance, saying things like "you look amazing in that shirt" or "your smile is really charming," suggests she's physically attracted to you. Physical compliments are often the first type. People give when they're interested in someone. Number 4, she playfully teases you. Teasing is another subtle yet significant way people show interest. Playful teasing can indicate attraction, flirtation, and even admiration. When someone teases you in a playful, light-hearted manner, it's often a signal they feel comfortable around you. They're invested in building a connection, and they might be testing the waters of your reaction. The role of teasing in building attraction. Teasing is a form of verbal play that creates a push-pull dynamic, adding an element of mystery and excitement to interactions. When a woman teases you, she's often trying to establish a comfortable yet flirtatious interaction that builds anticipation and interest. There's a balance to playful teasing. It's light enough to be funny, yet carries just enough bite to be intriguing. Here's why teasing is often a sign of interest, testing compatibility. Teasing is a way of playfully testing whether you can take a joke and if you can engage in back and forth banter. If she sees that you enjoy the teasing and even tease her back, it creates a sense of camaraderie that builds attraction. Creating a unique bond. Teasing establishes a "we're in on the joke" feeling, creating a shared experience that builds a unique connection. This feeling of sharing something exclusive builds emotional intimacy and makes both people feel closer, making interactions fun and engaging. Teasing keeps conversations lighthearted, which helps break the ice and keeps the tone playful. People often feel more drawn to those who make them laugh or who bring an element of fun into their lives. Playful teasing establishes an upbeat dynamic that both people look forward to. Teasing as a safe form of flirting. Teasing is a subtle way of showing attraction without coming on too strong. It's a low-risk way of hinting that she's interested in you without being overly direct. For instance, poking fun at small habits. If she playfully teases you about your coffee addiction, the way you're always late, or how you have a certain habit, it's usually her way of showing she's paying close attention to you. The underlying message here is, "I notice things about you that others don't," which can indicate she's interested in getting to know you on a deeper level, mocking in a gentle way. If she's gently ribbing you about something, say your taste in movies or music, it's her way of testing the waters. A joke like, "Oh, you actually like that band," might sound like she's making fun, but more often it's a subtle attempt to flirt. If she's smiling, laughing, and looks genuinely happy when she teases you, it's a good sign that she's enjoying the connection, encouraging you to tease back. Laughter at all. Teasing creates an opportunity for you to reciprocate in a fun way. If she's comfortable enough to tease you, she's usually hoping that you'll tease her back. This back and forth dynamic adds excitement to the conversation, making it feel more like a game. Playful teasing invites you to engage with her in a way that's light-hearted and flirty. The fine line between teasing and insults. When it comes to playful teasing, the intention and tone are everything. Teasing should feel light, funny, and affectionate, not hurtful. A woman who's interested in you will make sure her teasing doesn't cross the line into being hurtful or overly sarcastic. Her aim is to make you smile and create a bond, not to put you down. Number 6, laughter at all your jokes. Laughter is one of the most universal ways we connect with others. When someone consistently laughs at your jokes, even when they're not particularly funny, it often indicates genuine interest and attraction. This laughter goes beyond mere politeness or social niceties. It's often a subconscious way to signal that the person feels positive emotions around you and enjoys your presence. Let's break down the psychological reasons behind this response, the cultural influences on laughter and humor, and how you can interpret this sign more accurately. Positive reinforcement and rapport-building. Laughter serves as a powerful form of positive reinforcement, especially in social interactions. When a person laughs at your jokes, it subtly encourages you to continue interacting in the same way, reinforcing the bond that's forming. This response is not necessarily conscious. Rather, it's often automatic and rooted in the enjoyment of your company. People laugh to show approval and to build rapport. This signal can create a comfortable environment where both parties feel validated and understood. Furthermore, Studies have shown that shared laughter increases feelings of closeness and connection. Psychologists refer to this as social mirroring, where one person mirrors the positive expressions or reactions of another in the case of romantic attraction. Her laughter at your jokes indicates that she's actively engaged in this mirroring process, subconsciously creating a bond that brings you closer. The role of humor in attraction and compatibility. Humor is known to be an attractive quality in relationships because it signifies intelligence, creativity, and confidence. But when someone is particularly drawn to you, they may find even the simplest jokes funny, not because of the joke itself, but because of who is telling it. In this sense, her laughter is less about the content of the humor and more about her connection to you as an individual. This is a strong indicator that she's not just laughing for the sake of politeness, but is genuinely enjoying your personality. Interestingly, there's also a phenomenon known as the halo effect in attraction psychology. The halo effect occurs when we perceive one positive trait in a person and unconsciously assume they possess other positive traits as well. If she finds you attractive or likable, her brain might amplify this attraction by reacting positively to everything you say, even if it's not inherently funny. Subtle signal of interest. Laughing beyond the joke. When a woman laughs at jokes she might not otherwise find funny, it's usually a sign of admiration and attraction. Subconsciously, she may feel that her laughter is a way to please you or keep your attention. Laughter releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter that plays a role in pleasure and reward. This means that when she laughs around you, she feels happier and more at ease, which can increase her attraction to you over time. In essence, her laughter is likely a subconscious effort to extend the pleasantness of the interaction. It's her way of showing that she's happy in your company, appreciates your sense of humor, and is engaged in the present moment with you. How to tell if her laughter is asking personal questions. Genuine. While laughter can certainly be a sign of attraction, it's also important to distinguish between polite laughter and genuine laughter. Pay attention to body language and facial expressions. Genuine laughter will often involve crinkling around the eyes, a wide smile, and relaxed, open body language. If her laughter feels forced or her body language is closed off, it might simply be a polite response. Number 6, asking personal questions. When someone begins to ask you more personal questions, it's typically a sign that they want to move beyond surface-level interaction in romantic contexts. This curiosity can be a powerful indicator that they're interested in understanding who you are beneath the surface, hinting at a deeper attraction. Let's dive into the reasons behind this. Behavior, the psychology of curiosity in relationships, and how personal questions contribute to intimacy, desire for emotional connection. Personal questions reveal that she wants to establish an emotional bond with you, as these questions often lead to sharing vulnerabilities, memories, and values. In psychology, this is referred to as self-disclosure, where people share personal details to foster closeness and trust. When she inquires about your family dreams or past experiences, she's initiating an exchange that goes beyond superficial conversation. This interest shows that she values not only your time but also your thoughts and experiences, which is a significant marker of romantic interest. This desire for an emotional connection can be especially apparent if she's asking questions that require thoughtful answers, such as what is your childhood like, or what are your biggest goals in life. These types of questions go beyond small talk and invite you to share pieces of your identity. When someone is drawn to you on a deeper level, they naturally want to explore these layers and uncover what makes you unique. Interest in compatibility and future potential. When a woman is interested in you, she may also use personal questions as a way to gauge compatibility. These questions allow her to understand whether you share common values, outlooks on life, or relationship goals. Questions like, what are your thoughts on marriage, or where do you see yourself in 5 years, may feel personal, but they are often tools to assess how well you align in terms of lifestyle and expectations. This curiosity about compatibility can be subtle or direct, depending on her personality. Some people may openly ask about future plans or beliefs, While others may approach these topics more indirectly, for instance, she might ask about your travel preferences or your hobbies to see if you enjoy similar activities. This shows that she's not only interested in your present self, but also imagines the possibility of sharing experiences together in the future. Number 7, she's always close by. One of the most telling signs that someone is attracted to you is that they always seem to be close by. If she regularly finds herself in your vicinity, whether it's at work, social gatherings, or even during casual outings, it could be more than just coincidence. Here's why this behavior is significant: seeking opportunities to be near you. If you notice that she's consistently choosing to be in the same physical space as you, it may be her way of showing interest, whether it's standing or sitting next to you at meetings, events, or social settings. Her proximity to you could indicate that she wants to be closer, either to catch your attention or simply because she enjoys your company, creating excuses to be around you. She might ask for help with a task or ask you questions just to be near you. These questions or requests may seem casual, but they often serve as a way to start a conversation and create moments of connection. It's a subtle way to bridge the physical and emotional gap between the two of you bumping into you. Often you might start to notice her in places you regularly visit, whether it's the coffee shop you go to every morning, the gym, or the lunch spot. If she's frequently around you, even though you didn't plan to meet, it's likely that she's seeking out these moments to be near you, even if it's indirect or unspoken. Being close, even when it's not necessary. There's no clear need for her to be near you, but she consistently gravitates toward your side in group settings. For example, she might choose to stand next to you in a group conversation or sit nearby when there are plenty of other seats available. This physical closeness is a clear sign she enjoys your presence and might want to strengthen the connection. When someone is always near you, it signals that they are emotionally drawn to you and want to build a connection. It's a subtle way of saying they're interested in spending time with you without directly stating it. Number 8, mirroring your body language, a subtle sign of attraction. Mirroring body language is a powerful, often subconscious way that people communicate attraction, connection, and interest. When someone mirrors your gestures, posture, or expressions, it's a sign that they feel a deep, unspoken bond with you. This behavior is not just a fluke. It's a key indicator that they are paying close attention to you and want to establish a closer relationship. What is mirroring? Mirroring refers to the act of unconsciously copying another person's body language, posture, gestures, or speech patterns. This typically happens when we feel comfortable or connected with someone. When someone is mirroring you, they might lean in when you do cross their arms, when you cross yours, or even repeat the way you move or speak. 2. Why does it happen? Mirroring is often a sign that the person feels emotionally in sync with you. Psychologically, it happens because of something called the chameleon effect. This is when people mimic the behaviors of those they like or want to connect with, often without realizing it. It helps to create a sense of familiarity and rapport, signaling that they are engaged and aligned with you on a deeper level. 3 signs of mirroring body language. Here are some specific examples of how mirroring might show up in real life. Posture alignment. If you're sitting with your arms crossed and she mirrors you by crossing her arms as well, it's a sign that she's subconsciously syncing with you. Facial expressions. If you smile and she smiles back in the same way, or you show surprise and she does the same, she is likely mirroring your emotions. Gestures, you might notice her copying the way you gesture with your hands or the way you tilt your head during conversation. This mimicking can be subtle, but is a sign of music connection. Speech patterns. Sometimes mirroring happens with speech. If she starts speaking in a similar rhythm, tone, or even vocabulary as you, it's a clue she's bonding with you. For the psychological impact of mirroring. Mirroring creates a sense of closeness and trust. It helps reduce feelings of discomfort or social distance, because it signals to both parties that they are on the same page. When you notice someone mirroring you, it's a sign that they are comfortable with you and are subconsciously building a connection. It's a subtle form of non-verbal communication that speaks volumes about their level of interest and emotional investment. 5. Why it's a sign of attraction. When someone is attracted to you, They will often find themselves naturally mirroring your movements. This behavior helps build a sense of rapport and makes interactions feel smoother. If she is mirroring your body language, it's a clear sign that she feels drawn to you and wants to strengthen the bond between you. It's not a deliberate move, it just happens when someone is emotionally connected and comfortable in your presence. 6. What to look for if you suspect someone is mirroring you. What to look for: pay attention to how your body language and hers align. Does she lean in when you lean in? Does she laugh at the same time you do? If the answer is yes, it could mean she's attracted to you and is unconsciously creating a sense of closeness and intimacy. The more synchronized your movements are, the more likely she is engaged in a deeper, potentially romantic connection. Number 9. She gets jealous super easily. She gets jealous easily. Jealousy is a complex emotion, often misunderstood and associated with negative traits like possessiveness or insecurity. However, when it comes to romantic attraction, jealousy can sometimes be a signal that someone is deeply interested in you. While jealousy in relationships can certainly be unhealthy if it becomes controlling or toxic in its subtle forms, it's often a natural response to feelings of affection and the fear of losing someone you care about. If a woman is getting jealous easily, especially in situations that don't seem like a threat to a platonic friendship, it could be an indicator that she sees you as more than just a friend. Let's dive deeper into why jealousy occurs in romantic contexts and how it can be a sign of attraction. Understanding jealousy as sign of attraction. Jealousy can sometimes be a sign of emotional vulnerability when someone likes you. They naturally fear losing the potential connection they are building with you to another person. This is particularly true in the early stages of a relationship, when there are still many uncertainties about how the other person feels. When a woman feels jealous, it doesn't necessarily mean she wants to control your actions or dictate your relationships with others. More often than not, jealousy arises from the desire to protect an emotional investment. She might not even realize she's acting jealous. It could be a subconscious reaction triggered by the thought of losing your attention or affection. Subtle signs of jealousy too. Watch for jealousy doesn't always manifest as overtly possessive behavior. Often it's more subtle and can be identified through small cues or actions. These signs might be overlooked unless you're paying close attention to her. She acts cold, distant. Behavior: she acts cold or distant when other women are around. If a woman suddenly becomes quiet, withdrawn, or slightly tense when another woman enters the room, or when you interact with someone else, it could be a sign that she's feeling jealous. She may not openly express her discomfort, but her body language and actions might speak volumes. She makes passive-aggressive comments sometimes rather than directly confronting her jealousy. A woman may express it in the form of passive-aggressive remarks. For example, she might joke about how many women you seem to attract, or sarcastically comment on how you must be so popular with the ladies. These comments might be indirect ways of expressing that she's not thrilled by your interactions with others. She acts protective or defensive. If a woman likes you, she may become protective of you without realizing it. She might try to make sure you're not getting too close to someone else, especially if she perceives them as a potential romantic threat. For example, she might become a little too involved in conversations or change the subject when another woman is speaking to you. She brings up other women in conversation. A subtle yet common sign of jealousy is when she asks questions about other women you may have dated or spent time with. She may show an interest in your past relationships or inquire about your interactions with certain people, perhaps hoping for a reassuring answer. She keeps an eye on your social media. In the age of social media, she keeps an eye on your social media. Easy to track people's interactions. If a woman is overly interested in your social media presence or likes and comments on posts from other women, it may indicate that she's trying to gauge how much attention you're giving to other people. She may also start comparing herself to other women in your life. She becomes jealous even over innocent interactions. If a woman feels jealous even when there's no real reason to, it might indicate that she sees a deeper connection between you two. For instance, if you have a conversation with a female co-worker or friend and she seems visibly upset, it could be a sign that she's feeling insecure about your bond with this other person. Why jealousy? Why jealousy happens? Jealousy is primarily a result of a perceived threat to something valuable in romantic relationships. It's tied to the fear of losing a partner's affection or attention to another person. When a woman likes you, the thought of someone else coming into the picture might trigger this natural response. It's a protective instinct that ensures she doesn't lose the emotional connection that she's starting to build with you. Jealousy can also stem from insecurities. Perhaps she fears that someone else might be better suited for you, or she doubts her own attractiveness or worth. In these cases, her jealousy is more about her own vulnerabilities than about you or the other person. However, jealousy can be a healthy part of relationships as long as it remains moderate and doesn't turn into unhealthy possessiveness. It can show that she values you and wants to protect the bond between you two. Number 10, subtle ways she might. Number 10, subtle ways spend time with you. Here are some examples of how she might find reasons to spend more time with you, often in a way that may seem innocent, but is packed with intent. Asking for your help. She might ask you for help with tasks that are simple but give her an excuse to spend time with you, whether it's asking for help with a work project, carrying something heavy, or even technical advice. These requests give her a reason to be near you without directly expressing her romantic feelings. Suggesting group hangouts. She might invite you to group events or social gatherings, even if she doesn't particularly care about the activity. The goal isn't just about the event itself, it's about creating an environment where the two of you can interact and build a stronger organizing activities just for the two of you. If she's planning activities specifically for you two to enjoy, such as a lunch date, a hike, or a trip to a museum, it shows she wants to spend quality one-on-one time with you. These invitations are often signs that she's seeking more intimacy and closeness, always being available. If she's constantly available when you need her, whether it's to talk, run errands, or just hang out. It's a sign she enjoys your company and wants to be there for you. She might also clear her schedule just to ensure she has time to spend with you, prioritizing your relationship over other commitments, creating opportunities for alone time. If she's always finding ways to be alone with you, even in group settings, she's likely hoping for a more personal connection. She might subtly try to separate herself from the group sitting next to you, or starting a private conversation in the middle of a social gathering. Inviting you into her personal space, like her home or favorite hangout spots, is a big sign that she's comfortable with you and wants you to be a more significant part of her life. It's also a way for her to see how you react in more intimate settings. Why this matters. The act of finding excuses to why this matters. Spend time with you is more than just about enjoying your company. It's about exploring the possibility of a deep, connection. She's trying to assess your compatibility, and spending time together allows her to gauge your reactions. See how well you communicate and understand your personality better. If she's consistently trying to be near you, it likely means she's already thinking about a potential relationship and testing the waters. This is an opportunity for you to respond and either reciprocate her interest or clarify your own intentions. How to respond to her efforts. If you're interested in her, this is your chance to reciprocate her actions and demonstrate that you enjoy spending time together as well. Don't let the opportunity slip away. Whether you suggest a fun activity, offer help with something she's working on, or simply make time for her, it's essential to show that you're equally invested in growing the connection. However, if you're not ready for a romantic relationship or don't feel the same way, it's important to set boundaries and communicate your feelings openly and honestly. Let her know if you appreciate her friendship but aren't looking for something more, so that she doesn't misread your intentions.